All right. Michelle McPherson here. This is Crowd Mountain Bootcamp Module number 4 Q&A session. We have a moderate number of questions submitted this week, so if anybody has any questions that they haven't submitted yet, you are absolutely welcome to through the question submission form, and we will have time to answer them. So feel free to use that as we're on the call if something needs a little bit more explanation or if you come up with a brand new question that you'd like to ask. So we'll jump right into the questions that have been submitted thus far. Bob asks, should we get into wholesaling or drop shipping a product if it's available, or should we stick with being an affiliate, or can there be a good mix between the two? Yeah, you can wholesale or drop ship if that's something that you are interested in doing. It requires a bit more setup, which is why we're covering affiliate stuff instead here in our initial bootcamp module, because wholesaling and drop shipping can get more complicated. And just being an affiliate is a lot easier to start with. But if you are aware of how to do that and you would like to do that, you absolutely can. Art asks, is masking the same as cloaking in terms of SEO? I was told that Google didn't like affiliate links and would penalize you. Is that correct? Okay, masking and cloaking are two different things. Cloaking is when you send Googlebot to one page that is optimized so that Google will appreciate it, but it isn't necessarily pretty or doesn't necessarily have content that a human visitor would enjoy. And when you get a human visitor, you send them to, say, your sales page or through an affiliate link to a product that you can make money off of when they purchase. So it's called cloaking because you are disguising the actual destination of the page based on the IP address of the visitor. If that IP address is a Google bot or an MSM bot or a Yahoo bot, then they'll go to one page. If it's a real person, then they'll go to another kind of page. And no, Google doesn't like cloaking. None of the search engines do. And masking an affiliate link is simply changing the URL so that you can track it or so that it's a prettier URL. It's usually a 301 redirect, which means that the search engines see that redirect. Sometimes it's a 302 redirect. Regardless, the search engines see that redirect, they understand what's going on, and it does not cause any kind of penalization. And then if Google, you said Google doesn't like affiliate links, I've heard, and would penalize you. Yeah, if you just have a page up there that says, basically no content and it's a ton of affiliate links, or if you have what's called a thin affiliate site, which is a site where you're basically producing no content and maybe only pulling in, say, a data feed of product information that's duplicate content that's available throughout the Internet on other people who are pulling in that data feed, and then you're using, of course, your affiliate links to link to those products, Google will look on your site disfavorably because they're not seeing you as adding any value to your niche. It isn't an issue necessarily with affiliate links. It's an issue with your content. So having content on your page that's unique and then linking to things via an affiliate link or via a masked affiliate link is absolutely okay and not something that you have to be concerned about. And we have another question from Bob. He says, could we use a service like BudURL to track our affiliate links instead of a redirection plugin on our blogs? No, don't use something like BudURL. The reason, sorry guys, I've got a cold, so if I'm like coughing or clearing my throat, I apologize ahead of time. I've had this cold sneaking up on me for like 3 weeks, and it finally hit home today. But back to BudURL. You don't want to use that for a couple of reasons. Number one, there was a service called Zima, Z-I.M-A, and it was a URL shortener tracker just like BudURL. Unfortunately, the gentleman who ran it is gone. He's apparently spending time in prison, and his site is now down. It's gone. So everybody who was using Zima links, now their links are broke. Actually, somebody came in and took over the links, and it's a whole long story, but the tracking information, all that stuff is gone. Your account is gone. Everything is gone. So using a service like BudURL, this is kind of like using a service like Squidoo or WordPress.com as your main domain name. You're putting your control of your business and all of the work that you do in the hands of somebody else. There's no reason to do that. If you have your own domain name, you can use the redirection on your own domain name, and that way you're not at the whims of whoever it is, if they have problems with their legalities, like this gentleman did, or if, they decide to no longer run the service, or if their server goes down, or things like that. The other reason that we want to use our own URL is because part of what we're doing with the redirection plugin and shortening our affiliate links is making them look nice, making it look like the content that people are visiting is related to our site. If people see budurl.com/your niche, they don't know what Bud URL is, but they do know what your site is. So if you have a link that's yoursite.com/whatever for your redirection to your affiliate link, it's a lot clearer to people. It feels safer to them because they're already on your site, they know what it is, and they are more likely to click through on it. Whereas if they see budurl.com/whatever, that isn't, there's an element of suspicion involved because they don't know what that is, where that goes, that kind of thing. And finally, if you use a plugin like redirection or some other way on your own server to manage your redirection links, you don't have to log into multiple services to manage them. You have them all in the one thing. So no, don't use BudURL or any other sort of redirection. Oh, one other thing, too, I should bring up. Also, since those links are your own domain links, you're just creating more internal links, even though they're a redirection link. The more links that you have with your own domain, the better. So don't use those kinds of services. Jane asks, what do I think of TrafficSeekerPlatinum.com, NeuroLinker.com, or the Uniqifier plugin by GoScript? Don't know about Traffic Seeker or NeuroLinker, haven't heard of them. The Uniqifier plugin, let me actually bring something up real quick. I want to check, I meant to do this before the call, but I've been using the plugin on a couple of sites to see how the indexing goes for them. And when was this last cached? On March 17th. Sorry, guys. Anyway, thus far, and I'm just updating and checking again, but thus far, every site that I have put the Uniqifier plugin on has had no problems getting indexed. The owners of the plugin claim that the kind of JavaScript that they use to encrypt your content is actually readable by Google, and judging by the Google results from my sites and the information that they have cached and when they have most recently visited my site, it does look like that kind of JavaScript that Uniqifier uses is in fact indexable by Google, and so it can be a way to create non-duplicate content from private label type stuff that that has been published elsewhere that you also have a hold of. You put it on your blog, you activate this plugin, it turns it into a JavaScript instead of an actual text, and because the source code on your page is now JavaScript instead of text, the creators of this plugin assume then that the source page being different than another page that is publishing this same content, that Google will not look at it as duplicate content. Like I said, I can verify at this point that the plugin does allow Google to index that JavaScript content, but I don't know if Google is smart enough to, since they can read this JavaScript content and index it, one would then think that they can compare that to text content that's the same and count them as duplicate content, let's put it that way. And there's no real way to know if Google thinks that your site is, or that your page or whatever is duplicate content. I am using the Uniqifier plugin on sites that are pulling in content from other places like Yahoo Answers or stuff like that. And I haven't seen any problems with it. I haven't seen any huge positives, like those sites haven't suddenly shot up in rank or anything. So at this point I can say that it doesn't seem like it'll hurt you, but it doesn't seem like it's super awesome and helps you a whole bunch either. I think it's like a $14 plugin, though, if you guys want to give it a shot. It's called Uniqifier. Karina says, with all the issues my site has had, I started deactivating certain plugins to see if I could solve my problems. The redirection plugin was one that I deactivated. When I reactivated it and I go to my site, it changes my homepage to another page. Why is that? Should I not use different pages? Yeah, that's a problem that we've talked about, and Rochelle actually has a solution that works on some blogs, and she posted it in the comments of the redirection plugin page here in the Crowd Mountain members area. So have a look at the solution that Rochelle found and was able to get working on some of her blogs. It doesn't work on some of them, but it does work on other ones. So have a look at that, implement it, and see if it works for you. And Rochelle asks, there's a plugin called WordPress Widget Changer that will allow different ads to be shown to different categories. What do you think about using affiliate programs that are specific to a category and showing them only in that specific category instead of a site-wide affiliate ad, assuming there are affiliate products for each category? Using your site as an example, you would have a Master Cleanse affiliate ad show for all posts within the Master Cleanse category and a Maple Syrup Cleanse affiliate ad show for all posts within the Maple Syrup Cleanse category, and so on. The only thing about this is I don't think it would be possible to test ads within a category, like to split test them. They would have to be tested across all categories. I think that that's a really cool plugin, and I have checked that out before. I did not talk about it in the Bootcamp module because at this point, having multiple ads from multiple sources when a site is just getting started is going to create a situation where, number one, an ad that's converting really well will only be seen sometimes, depending on what category of your blog people are in, and we don't want that. Number two, if, say, you have 6 categories, then you have to find 6 ads, and you could potentially be taking an ad that you're not going to get your data as quick. Let's put it that way. Somebody's going to be clicking on the ads in Category 1, and someone else is going to click on the ads in Category 2, and between them all that traffic is going to be split up between all the different ads. And in general, let's say that 1 in 200 people or 1 in 100 people actually buy something, it's going to take so much longer now that you're splitting up all that potential traffic into these 6 different ads to actually create a sale. So I've chosen to use one main ad for our site so that we can actually make some money a little bit faster. And then, of course, once traffic is up and we can basically drive more traffic to our advertisers or our affiliate programs, then that would be something that you can use. But I don't recommend that you do it in the beginning of a site. Next question is also from Rochelle. When testing 2 or more ads with the Ad Rotator plugin, how long do you test before deciding which ad to use permanently? It depends on how many clicks the ads are getting, of course. I would probably go through at least 200 clicks and see where we are. At that point, we should have a sale for something. If we only have like 1 sale for one product and none for another and they've gotten equal clicks, then I would continue to let it run. If we don't have any sales at that point, I might look at trying to find another affiliate program. And, if we are at, say, 200 clicks and we've both made, and each one has made 1 sale, then I would continue the test because right now they're tied. Next question from Rochelle. It says, I use a paid cloaking program that's pretty much like the redirection plugin. It creates cloak links and tracks clicks. There are 2 main differences between the products. Number 1, the cloaked link created by the tool I use continues to be cloaked after you get to the destination URL, whereas with the redirection plugin, the link is only cloaked while visitors are on your site, but once the link is clicked, the link reverts to its actual URL. The cloak link created by the tool, well, I'll answer that part first. Plugins, or not plugins, but any kind of link cloaking where you are showing what this does that Rochelle's talked about in the browser bar, in the address bar, it's going to show you the URL that you assigned to this page. So let's say I did Juice Cleanse Now /Master Cleanse, and that's an affiliate link actually that goes to an affiliate program. And if I display that or, if someone clicks on it, they'll get to the affiliate program, but it won't show the actual URL of that affiliate program in someone's address bar. It'll continue to show mysite.com/mastercleanser or whatever I chose to make that link. I do not use that, and I did for a while back in the day, but I don't anymore because I found that sometimes when people go to, click through to actually buy something, it'll still continue to show that URL in their browser bar, which is not a secure URL, and they'll get warnings about it not being a secure page. Or when someone continues to click through, let's say they go to, your affiliate page through your affiliate link, and they click for more information on something to go to, say, another page on that affiliate site, it'll continue to show that URL in the browser bar. That's the wrong URL. It doesn't look right at that point, and people can get, sorry, guys. This phone is busy this afternoon. So it'll continue to show that URL. It doesn't look right. It confuses people, and I don't think it's a good idea. Rochelle also says, the cloak link created by the tool I use adds a category to the URL, such as mysite.com/go affiliate link. Though I can change the name of the folder to anything I want, like I can change the go to about and so on. Whereas with the redirection plugin, it skips the middle category, i.e. mysite/affiliate link. That really doesn't matter. I mean, you can do it either way. You can have a URL, a folder in the middle if you'd like. It doesn't matter. Okay, next question is from Kathy. This is a really good question, Kathy. My site was indexed in 2 days. My site is about rabbits just because I need something to work with for this class, and I included a couple of off-site links to an animal rescue group and an adoption website. I know this potentially sends traffic away from me, but there is a way that I can set the links to open in a new window instead of having people leave the site. Am I wrong to be including off-site links? Google seems to like them. Yes, Google does at times appreciate it when you link out to other sites, especially if you're linking out to places like you are where they're reputable sites that are in your niche, sites that are established, sites that people enjoy, sites that are, charities, even people like that. And, sorry, I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. Okay. And, yes, that also can potentially send traffic away from you, like I said, or like you said. So here's what I do. I do not include links to other sites in my niche, even though that would be a really nice touchy-feely bloggy thing kind of do. I don't do it because I don't want that traffic to go to another site. And yes, you can use target blank to have it open in another page, and you can use the no follow tag to try to not pass PageRank or link juice to these other sites. But I don't care so much about that. I want people to stay on my site, and I want people to click on my ads, period. That's all I want. It's really nice if they get more information from somewhere else, but I want them on my site, I want them clicking my ads, and I want them making me money. And if I lose people via sending them to another site that's not an affiliate link or anything like that, then I'm potentially losing money. So I don't do that, and I don't recommend doing that, linking to outside sites. However, Google does like it when you do link to other sites in your niche. And that's why we're doing, another reason why we're doing the whole Google Reader Shared Items thing. That gives you the opportunity to link out to other sites in your niche, but it isn't like a site-wide link or anything like that. And so you get a little credit in Google's eyes for being a cool blogger who links out to things, but it isn't in the face of your visitors all that often. Those pages will get indexed, but there's really no reason for those pages to rank. And Google will appreciate the fresh content that's on them, but they have a very similar title on all of them. There's kind of no reason to rank one over the other, and those pages should not see much traffic from Google directly, but Google will know that they're there, and Google will appreciate that you've done the bloggerly thing and linked out to people. So that is how we use our Google shared items to link out. Next question is from Kathy. She asked about the ad rotating widget and how long to run a test. So we answered that when Rochelle asked it earlier. And Kathy also asked, are we ultimately supposed to have only one affiliate product? What about for something like Amazon where there might be 3 books we want to push? Should we just push a single book? Well, I talked about it in the the Amazon module where we created a little store, and you can create something like a little kit. So that might include 3 books, where you're like, this is the beginner's book, this is the intermediate book, and this is the advanced book in a particular niche. And, I really recommend that you get all 3 of these together, blah, blah, blah. So you can do that. However, that's going to be, a feature of a post. It's not going to be on your whole site, because once you start to clutter up your site with ad versus, ad over ad over ad over ad, or affiliate link, or, like if you're pulling in, Amazon book ads into posts, and every post has some garish ad on it, people are going to pick up on that very, very quickly, and they will leave your site, faster than, so fast it'll make your head spin or whatever. We don't want that. We want people to visit our site and to get some information from our site, and then possibly to click on our affiliate links to get the more information that they now want. So ultimately, are we supposed to only have one affiliate product? Having one that answers the questions of your niche to start is important, because for multiple reasons, like I said, you're splitting up traffic between all the ads. If you choose to use multiple ads, it makes your site look, to be honest, kind of ugly, because you have too many ads. People land on it and they want to leave. So, yeah, finding one product that can kind of be a one-size-fits-all is very important. Rochelle introduced us to the WordPress widget changer plugin, where you can display different ads based on the category that a certain post is in, and that would be something that you can implement later on in your site when you have enough traffic and you have enough rank and you're getting enough people on the site to actually make use of that kind of plugin and not split up your traffic in a manner that is leading basically to you getting less sales than you could overall and over time. So I hope that answers your question, Kathy. Start with one. Sam says, what do we do if Google still hasn't indexed our site? We're in the monetization module. If Google hasn't indexed your site yet, then you should continue posting, and Google will index your site. If you have access to Module 5 and you would like to start link building to encourage that indexing process, then you may do so, but do not put ads on your site until it's indexed. And Kathy says, if I sell an affiliate product on my website, does that mean I cannot sell one of my own products there as well? Yes, you can, but again, that comes to splitting up your potential profits. So I would assume that you would make more money selling your own product. So if that product is an answer to the questions that people are asking in your niche, then you should probably just sell your own product and not an affiliate product. If we're going for a website with one product, whether that is an ebook I am selling or some physical product, yeah, we just answered that. So, go for one product if at all possible. Fu Say How says, one reason that the Master Cleanse Insider has low gravity is that it may be a new product. Yes, it may be a new product, and I didn't bother to look that up. Do you recommend using product or services such as CB Engine to research ClickBank products? Yeah, sometimes. I hesitate to tell people, oh, yeah, that's, you need to go do that, because you don't. And too many of us in Internet marketing, when we first get started, I just saw a tweet come in from Karen Kramer that says, I wish I could listen as fast as Michelle M. talks. Sorry, guys. That's why there's a recording, right? You can play it on slow. Anyway, I hesitate to recommend that people check out, CB Engine or, whatever ad spy tool or, all these different things that are available out there, because you don't need them to get started. If you have access to it, if you like it, then sure. But telling people, yeah, you need to check this out and these stats and this numbers and this program and all that kind of stuff, it gets people stuck in the, paralysis by analysis thing where you're going to 17 different sites to check things and you're never actually getting any actual work done, though. And I don't want you guys to do that. Pick a product that seems like it answers the question that people in your niche have, put it up on your site and see if it converts. If there are two products in ClickBank and one has a really high gravity and one has a really low gravity like mine did, you can split test them against each other. Look at them both. If the one with really low gravity looks absolutely horrible, then probably don't test that one because it probably isn't converting. If it looks really cool like mine did, I thought it looked like a nice site and it should convert, then you may want to split test them. But do your best to just find a product and put it up there, and don't spend days doing all of this research because that's stopping you from doing the stuff that actually makes you the money. The research doesn't make you the money. The putting a site up and building some traffic to it and putting an affiliate link on that site is what makes you money. So if you enjoy CB Engine, then you may have a look at it, of course, but it is not necessary, and at times if you get too involved in it, it can slow your progress. Karina says, why and when would you use a page instead of a post? I would use a page instead of a post if I want that page or the information that's going to be contained in it to be a site-wide link, because pages appear in your top navigation bar or your pages list in your sidebar. They're going to be linked throughout your entire site. So it's going to be something that's important or something that is somehow that you want to make a feature of on your site. Next question is from Nora. Nora says, can you explain the selection of category keywords and what are the optimal numbers for SEO traffic, PBR, and other columns in Market Samurai? This depends on your main keyword phrase. If your main keyword phrase has, say, SEO or SEO competition of 50,000, then in general you're not going to want a category keyword that exceeds that. Your categories, we're creating a big to little structure, so you've got a main keyword that's the big thing, and then you're creating your category keywords, which are littler. And by littler, I mean that they have less traffic. They are somehow related to your main keyword phrase. Of course, they sit below it in a hierarchy. So it depends on your main keyword phrase, what kind of SEO competition it has as far as what kind of category numbers you're looking for. But in general, you want your categories to be a lower number in SEO traffic than your main keyword phrase. And I actually didn't follow my own rule in the Juice Cleanse blog in terms of having like Master Cleanse. Master Cleanse has higher traffic and higher competition than my main keyword phrase, which was Juice Cleanse. And I did that because Master Cleanse, I noticed when I was doing all of my searches, has lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of long-tail keyword phrases. So it gives me something that's highly related to my niche, which I like, that has lots of long-tail keyword phrases that I can post about. And in that case, I'm not attempting to rank for my category keyword phrase. I'm attempting to rank for all of those long-tail keyword phrases. So if you would like to try that method as well, you can. However, I would never, ever, ever do something like I have a site on the Atkins diet, and then I see that the word plain old diet has a lot of long-tail keyword phrases, so I make that a category keyword phrase. That doesn't make sense. That's just going to put you in a position where you're not going to rank for anything because it's too big and too broad. Next question is from Sue. She says, first off, let me say that you're rocking my world. This stuff is awesome. Keeps me awake at night, excited about it. Good. That's cool. I found a lot of different products in my niche, but I haven't managed to find just one or two that sum it all up. Let's say, for example, that the niche is shoes. How would we pick only one shoe to sell? I see how it works with your Juice Cleanse niche, but I can't see how to make it work for mine. Well, not knowing your specific niche, of course, Sue, I can't give you an answer, but let's take the shoes niche. Our niche isn't going to be shoes because that's too big and too broad. So, it's hard to answer without knowing a specific niche, but I can tell you if you have a niche like shoes or books or pens or something huge and broad like that, you shouldn't, because that niche is way too broad. That niche doesn't have a product that you can sell to them, a specific one-size-fits-all product. The competition is going to be too high, all that kind of stuff. So if you're in something that's really, really super broad like that, you may want to look at and make sure that your numbers are good, because in general, those kinds of niches that are that big and that broad that they don't have an answer or a product that you can sell them to help them may well not have the kind of numbers that we're looking for. Rochelle says, I'm curious why you didn't mention eBay, as their affiliate cookie lasts a week versus Amazon's 24 hours. I found that people don't buy stuff as much on eBay as they used to, and I have turned away from a lot of eBay stuff that I was doing. We're going to be talking, though, more about eBay. One of the biggest things that people wanted to see that they've been voting on in the little sidebar widget is creating affiliate sites with data feeds and stuff like that. So we are going to be talking about eBay more in that kind of thing, because I am going to be putting together some training specific for doing e-commerce with data feeds, and eBay is going to be included in that. So that's kind of why I didn't include it in this, because it, number one, will be covered by the other unit, but also because if we're using affiliate, if we're pulling in information from eBay with a data feed or something like that, you're creating yourself with a potential duplicate content issue, because that information that you're pulling in is going to be the same as the information that's on a bunch of other sites. So there are some ways, too, when we're working with data feeds, when we're working with e-commerce kind of stuff like that, that we will specifically use to help our content get past the whole duplicate content thing. So we'll cover that more when we talk about well, see, I'm slowing down for you guys, right? When we talk about our data feed stuff. It must be the cold medicine kicking in. Okay. Rochelle asks about capturing emails. This is something that has intimidated me because I've never known how to properly go about creating an email list. The video was extremely helpful in teaching me the basics. Will you go more into detail on list building and maintenance in the future? Yeah, absolutely. If you add it to the sidebar widget on the site, the suggestion widget, that you want to learn more about email marketing, and if you have anything specific that you want to learn about email marketing, then yeah, I'll absolutely, do some units and do some modules on that inside the members area for you guys. Sure. Okay, Rochelle says, I created a website from scratch following the instructions you've laid out here in Crown Mountain. I just want to let you know that this is the first time I've ever felt really good about a website from the get-go. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Appreciate that. Kim says, what is the best way to get more Twitter followers? Is a Twitter traffic machine worth buying? We're going to talk more about Twitter and stuff in next week's social networking module. Is Twitter traffic machine worth buying? If it's a book, no. If it's a software, no. They're all silly. So you don't have to buy anything about Twitter. It's not that complicated. Next question, Fu Say How says, I am not able to listen online. What happened? I don't know. Perhaps something with your internet connection, or perhaps something, perhaps something with your, or our connection. I don't know. But we do have lots of other people listening online, so I know it is working. Next question is from James. I've just been approved by Amazon as an affiliate. In order to specify Amazon's products appropriate for my site, one possibility is to let Amazon do it with their special program. Do you think this is a good idea for my site that is new? No, Amazon has like a widget that'll customize what products it displays based on the content of your site. So it's kind of like Google AdSense, and I believe that it cannot be displayed with Google AdSense because it is a contextual product wherein it reads the content of your site and then displays appropriate ads. And in this case, it's going to show only Amazon products, whereas with AdSense it displays, any kind of web advertising for another site. But no, I don't use that because, again, we're splitting up the potential clicks through multiple products, and instead you need to do the research, find one product that answers the question, answers the problems that people are having in your niche, solves their, gives them a solution, and put it up on your site. When people see little banners like that and little, advertising widgets, they know that they're advertising widgets, You want this to look more like a personal recommendation that you think this particular product is good, not I let whatever Amazon wants throw up on my site. And next question. The Amazon A-Store module, Rochelle says, that you just mentioned that you have a module in this, but I don't recall seeing it. Is it in Module 5? No, it's in Module 4. It's in the Amazon one. It's at the end of the How to Create Amazon Links. It's the same video. It's how to put an Amazon link on your site and then how to do the A-Store stuff is all in the one Amazon video. We're going to be changing the way that we do our Amazon links, not the A-Store stuff, but the other stuff, because a plugin that was not previously working is now working again with WordPress 2.7, so I'm going to have to redo that video, and of course I'll let you guys know when it's up. But for now, the A-Store stuff is in that video as well. Rochelle asks about not putting ads on our sites until they're indexed. Why? Because we don't want Google's first impression of our site to be that we've got a bunch of ads up on our site, particularly if they're a brand new site. And Google thinks very highly of themselves, let's put it that way, and if they haven't found your site yet, they assume that it is very, very, very new or very, very uninteresting. So if they find your site and they see that somebody has a brand new site up and there's ads plastered all over it, they don't necessarily like that. If they find your site and they realize, oh, wow, this site's been online for a while and we just haven't found it yet, it must really suck, and they find affiliate ads all over it, same thing. They're not really going to, they're not necessarily going to look on it as favorably as they would had they just found a content site. So we want them to find a content site first thing, and there's been studies that some of my friends have done. This one I haven't conducted myself, but some very reputable people that I'm friends with have done studies where they've done sites, same kind of content, same everything. One site had ads from day one. The other site waited until a full indexing for ads, and the site that waited does better in the long term. So that's why we do that. Next question is from Nora. In my blog, I have 4 ebooks. They are my own products. Would it be better to have a blog for each one of the ebooks? That depends on if the ebooks are a related topic. If they're on 4 totally different topics and 4 totally different niches, then yes, you'll need 4 different blogs to build traffic and sales for those 4 ebooks. If they are related, then it is entirely possible that you can have them all on one blog. And next question is Rochelle again saying about the Amazon video. It's in there. I swear to... I'll bring it up real quick and make sure it's there. Because, like I said before, I've been known to make a mistake once or twice in my lifetime. And while I'm looking for that, we've got no more messages, no more questions coming in through the email, so I will open up the lines briefly as well, too, and see if... and see if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask in real time. So how do I open up the lines here? 99. All right, you guys are unmuted. Hello. I should not take cold medicine and do these calls, I'll tell you that right now. But if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask live, you are welcome to begin now, and I will do my best.
Yeah, Michelle, this is Artie.
Yes, sir?
Could you go over a little bit more on the RSS feed for your own site? I still don't quite understand how you set that up, and just exactly where those feeds are coming from, and
the RSS feed is actually created by WordPress for you. So you don't have to do anything to set it up, and it's created from WordPress. Every time that you make a new post, that new post appears in your RSS feed, and later on we'll be using that RSS feed in Module 5 to help distribute our content. So it's really sort of a hands-off thing in terms of what you need to do on your site to set it up. You don't need to do anything. It's already there for you.
Oh, okay. All right, and then as my niche is treasury implements, and the more I've gone over
Hey guys, we've got some feedback. I need everybody who's on the call right now to mute themselves by pressing *6.
Okay. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now.
No. We've got people who are not muting. Please mute yourself by pressing *6 so that I can hear the question, because we've got lots of feedback.
Okay. Lost my train of thought now. Well, anyway, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What I found is in looking for like the RSS feed to put it into Reader to see what's going on, most of the sites that have anything to do with direct shipments are all just sales sites. I mean, I haven't found any blogs at all.
Yeah, and that, hold on, let me answer you. Hold on. Compound. Okay, you guys are muted again so that I can answer this question. In some niches, yeah, you're not going to find any blogs. In my niche, I only found like one blog that was purely dedicated to juice cleansing. So it's entirely possible that when you're doing your research into your niche that you don't find any blogs in your niche. And that's actually not a bad thing sometimes, because it means that you get to be the big blog in your niche. So, guys, I'm going to try to unmute again, but I cannot keep it like that because it's just too hard to understand people. So please, please, please press *6 and mute yourself. And we'll unmute you guys and see if we can do this. Okay. Did that answer your question, sir?
Yes, it did. Yeah. And then also I noticed that the Kismet, you've never discussed anything about that. And I noticed that, you don't initiate that. Is there a reason for that?
No particular reason, just that it doesn't really matter in terms of building our sites, getting indexed, and getting traffic to our sites. So it's not something that I talked about in the boot camp, but if you're familiar with the Kismet and you want to implement it, you absolutely can. It doesn't make a difference in terms of how your site will perform in the end. So go ahead if you'd like to.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask?
Hi, Michelle. It's Karina. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I apologize for all my silly basic questions.
No problem.
Once again, when I go into the www or the site and then my website, and I go and, they have the listings, one of them comes up to my page and the other one doesn't. Is that because I don't have that one activated?
What listings? What are you talking about?
When we go into, you said to make sure our site was indexed with Google, so you went in to site dot.
Got it. Uh-huh.
And two different sites come up. One of them it goes to my site, and the other one still goes to that the page is not found.
Okay. What is it? A page that's no longer there?
No, it's my sidebar and everything is up. I mean, the right sidebar comes up, and then when I click on my tabs on the top, my home, then it pops up.
Okay. So you're clicking on the Google listing for your site, and then you're getting a 404 error, right?
Yes.
Okay. That can be because when you start your site, it starts like with a Hello World page, and it has, some other that they put in there, and that page is no longer there on your site because you deleted it. And Google just needs to go to your site. They'll see that 404 error when they visit your site again, and they'll delete it from the index. If you look at if you do site and then juicecleansenow.com, you'll see that there are still a couple of pages that no longer exist on that site as well in the listing. That's entirely normal, and they'll figure it out and remove it eventually.
Okay. And then same way with the description underneath. They'll find, because it's still like it seems like the WordPress wording is underneath it. And so that'll change too.
For that page that's no longer there, or for the page, or for a new page that is there?
For the one even that comes up, it's not my title. Do I go into the HTML or HTML and change that, or?
You've got all-in-one SEO pack installed, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, then Google will find it, and that just means if you look at, when you do a site, whatever, if you look at right next to your URL, there's going to be a thing that says cached, and it's a link, and if you click that, it'll tell you when Google last visited that page.
Okay.
So
all right.
Click that. It'll tell you when Google last visited the page, and it'll probably not have been like today. It'll probably have been, a few days ago or maybe even a week or two ago, and you'll be able to see on that Google last visited your page a while back. You've since made these changes. Google needs to come back and pick them up. Oftentimes, Google doesn't pick up the brand new changes and change them in the index immediately, so even if they did visit yesterday and it's still showing this old title or old, post summary information that's no longer what's on your site, they will pick it up eventually, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so this is normal.
As long as you're in there. As long as you're in there, you're okay.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I will look you one more time. We need you guys. Whoops, that was wrong button. There we go. Okay, I'll check the email queue one more time and see if there's anything else coming in. So if you guys and Rochelle, you were asking about the Amazon stuff. My internet is like dying right now, incredibly slow. So I can't answer the URL or whatever about the Amazon stuff, but I'll post it inside the site itself. Oh, Rochelle asked, how do we unmute to ask you a question live? Sorry. To unmute, you do *7. So I'll put that back on. And okay, Module 4 workbook. I will check that as well and make sure that it's up.
Michelle? Are you there?
The moderator has left the conference.